don't be shocked by your Medicare premiums your first couple years of retirement. So I was working with a nice couple here in Georgia, and just legends crushing, because if you're a legend in a crushing, you're working with me. If you're not a legend in crushing, you work for other people, all right? Just FYI. Anyway, so I asked a woman, I said, hey, we'll call her Mary. I said, hey, Mary, cry contrary, how does your garden grow? I said, Mary, how much you pay? She's on Medicare right now, right? And I said, Mary, how much is your Medicare? And she said, $347 a month. I said, was that Part B and Part D and your supplement? Because I'm thinking that's kind of cheap. She goes, no, that doesn't include my supplement. I said, well, it's just for Part B and Part D, it's $347 a month. She goes, yeah. I said, well, what? And I was like, what? What's going on here? I said, I only charged for that $250 a month in Right Capital. And I'm thinking, I don't. Then my man, we'll call him Bob. Bob piped in. He goes, I think that might be because Irma, right? I said, good point, Bob. Great point. Because basically Bob is still working and making pretty good money, which is putting them above the Irma category for Medicare until 2 years goes by after he stopped working. I said, man, that's a great observation. So if you're making good money, all right, and my man Bob was, and you have Medicare premiums 65 on forward, and you're still working at 63, 64 and whatnot, when you do finally separate from service and go on Medicare full to include your Part B, Part D, and your supplemental policy, I can almost assure you, you're going to have to deal with Irma. Now, don't let that destroy you. You certainly don't want to plan for that in part of your cash, like ongoing cash flows. You don't do that because the Irma is only a 2-year look back. Whoa, slow down there, Speedy Gonzalez. So Irma is just a 2-year look back. It says, hey, what did you make 2 years ago? And if you're 63 and working, and now you're 65 and retired, and you're on Medicare, you're going to pay a higher premium. And I guarantee many of you are going to be shocked by that. And I hope that a lot of you don't use that higher Medicare premium as your forever Medicare cost. It just won't be. So once, what's his name? Bob hangs up the boots, and he's only going to work a quarter of this year, and he'll be done. After next year or 2 years from now, they won't have this high Medicare premium, so that makes sense. Simply because they don't have the same income that they do when they're working. And so in that case, their Medicare would go, essentially, I charge $200 a month for Part B, $50 a month for Part D, and it depends on your state, but usually like $200 a month for your supplemental policy. So I'm usually running about $500, $550 a month for Medicare in my software. And as a side note, for all health-related costs, I'm inflating that at 5.5% a year. Just keep that in mind. So, we use 5.5% inflation, which is more than double the COLAs I give you for Social Security. And you got to update this stuff, man. You got to update your Medicare costs. You got to update your Social Security benefits if you're in the Right Capital, or if you have any kind of software that you use. Because your software doesn't know what the COLAs are. They don't know. They just know what you put in. And if you put in numbers that are somewhat antiquated because they're 2 or 3 years ago, we got these pretty significant high COLAs, the software doesn't know that. You got to tell the software, hey, make sure, looks like I missed a spot when I shaved, but I didn't. All right, just a shadow on my face. Hey, we love the shadows on the night. Oh, Pat Benatar, why? You were a hard rocking girl, and then freaking the early 80s, you went to Shadows of the Night. Painful. Oh, it hurts, man. It hurts hearing that crap. But anyway, so don't be shocked by your Medicare premiums. Make sure you adjust them in your software. And remember, if you do Roth conversions, by the way, remember, you got not only Roth convert, but you need money to live on, dudes. Right? Don't forget this. So a lot of people say, I want to do these Roth conversions, so $150,000 a year, whatever it is. I get it. But how much does it cost to live? Let's say it costs $100,000 to live. So we need money for Roth. We need money to live on. Where does that money come from? Well, most likely it's going to be taxable as ordinary income because it's come from an IRA or a pension or something like that. All right. So we got money we need to live on, $100,000 to live on. Then we're going to do Roth conversions as well, $150,000. What does that do? Well, it puts you in Irma at that stage. So you're going to have Irma. Irma again is the income with respect to Medicare Adjustment Act or something like that. I can't remember, but that's going to give you a higher premium than it would if you did do the Roth conversions. Now, does that mean you won't have IRMA later on when you have RMDs? I don't think you'll have nearly the extent of RMDs as a $150,000 Roth conversion, just FYI. I mean, again, maybe, I don't know. I highly suspect you won't, because your RM, I mean, you gotta have a crap load of money in your pre-tax account to get a $150,000 RMD. I doubt you'll ever get that. But still, who knows, man? I still think people should consider doing Roth conversions. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying, remember that Roth conversions are a source of income that you got to pay taxes on that counts towards your IRMA, but also is your real income you need to pay the bills. You have to have some money to pay the bills as well. So keep those two things in the back of your mind. All right. Love your thoughts. God bless. Slam that like button like you wanted to slam the NFL when they chose the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, refs gave the Eagles that game. You know that, right? Everybody knows the refs gave the Eagles that game. All right, God bless. We'll see you.